Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into a fascinating coin that might just be sitting in your pocket change, the 1986 United States quarter dollar. You might think of it as just another quarter, but certain rare versions of this coin have sold for incredible amounts of money. Stay with me until the end because you won't believe how much one of these rare quarters has been valued at. Let's start with a bit of history. The United States quarter dollar has a long and rich history, but the 1986 edition is part of the well-known Washington Quarter series. This series was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Since then, it has remained a staple in American currency, going through various designs and metal compositions. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1986 quarter. On the obverse, front, side, you'll find the portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The word "Liberty" is inscribed above his head, while "In God We Trust" appears to the left. Below his chin, you'll see the year 1986, marking the coin's mintage year. Flipping the coin over to the reverse, back, side, you'll notice the iconic American bald eagle, with its wings spread wide. The eagle is holding a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing strength and readiness for defense, while an olive branch sits below, representing peace. Above the eagle, you'll find the words "United States of America," and just below it, "E pluribus unum," which translates to "out of many, one." At the bottom, of course, is the coin's denomination, quarter dollar. Now, let's talk about where these quarters were made. The 1986 quarter was minted at 3 different U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, P Mint Mark, Denver, D Mint Mark, San Francisco, S Mint Mark. Proof versions. Most quarters from this year were struck in copper nickel, but some rare varieties, mint errors, and high-grade examples have been known to fetch astonishing prices at auctions.so. What makes a 1986 quarter valuable? Mint errors. Coins with rare errors are always highly sought after. Some of the most valuable errors include double die obverse, DDO. This means the letters or details on Washington's face appear slightly doubled. Off-center strikes. If the coin was struck improperly, causing part of the design to be off-center, it becomes much rarer. Clipped planchet. Some quarters were accidentally minted with a portion missing from the edge, making them extremely collectible. Proof coins. The San Francisco Mint produced proof versions of the 1986 quarter, which have a shiny, mirror-like surface. If you find one in perfect condition, it could be worth far more than a regular circulated quarter. High-grade coins. Coin grading plays a huge role in determining value. A quarter that has been well preserved, with no scratches, discoloration, or damage, can receive a high grade from professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. The highest grades, such as MS-67 or MS-68, can sell for thousands of dollars. Now, the big question: how much can a rare 1986 quarter be worth? If you happen to own a high-grade uncirculated version, a rare mint error, or a special proof variety, you could be looking at an eye-watering value of $73,000. Yes, you heard that right. $73,000 for a single 1986 quarter dollar. So, start checking your coin jars, collections, and even your loose change. You might be holding on to a fortune without even realizing it. Today, we're diving into a hidden gem in American currency, the 1988 United States quarter dollar. It might look like an ordinary coin at first glance, but certain rare versions of this quarter have been sold for shocking amounts of money. Make sure to watch until the end because you won't believe just how much some collectors have paid for this seemingly common coin. Let's start by taking a closer look at the history and design of the 1988 quarter. The Washington Quarter series has been a part of American currency since 1932, originally introduced to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. It has remained a staple in U.S. coinage ever since, going through different compositions and slight design changes over the years. On the obverse, front, side, you'll find the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Above his head, the word "Liberty" is inscribed, while "In God We Trust" is positioned to the left. Below Washington's chin, you'll find the year 1988, marking its mintage year. Turning the coin over to the reverse, back, side, you'll see the majestic American bald eagle, standing proudly with its wings spread wide. It clutches a bundle of arrows in its talons, symbolizing military strength, while an olive branch rests below, representing peace. Above the eagle, you'll find the words, United States of America, along with the phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. The bottom of the coin displays its denomination, $quarter. Now, let's talk about where these quarters were minted. The 1988 quarter was struck at two different U.S. mint locations, Philadelphia, P mint mark, Denver, D mint mark. Unlike some earlier quarters, this one was not produced in silver. Instead, it was made of a copper-nickel blend, which was the standard composition for U.S. quarters after 1965.so. What makes a 1988 quarter valuable? Mint errors. Error coins are among the most valuable finds in coin collecting. Some of the rarest errors include double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the design is accidentally stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the letters or features of Washington's face. Off-center strikes. If a quarter was not properly aligned during the minting process, part of the design may appear off-center, making it a rare and highly collectible error. Missing clad layer. Some 1988 quarters were mistakenly minted without their outer nickel layer, revealing the copper core beneath. These coins are highly sought after by collectors. High-grade coins. The condition of a coin dramatically affects its value. A quarter in mint state, MS, condition, meaning it has never been circulated or damaged, can receive a high grade from coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. If you find a 1988 quarter with a grade of MS 67 or higher, its value can skyrocket. Proof coins. Though the U.S. Mint did not produce proof quarters for circulation in 1988, some rare uncirculated sets exist. These have mirror-like surfaces and extra sharp details, making them particularly valuable to collectors. Now, the big question: how much is a rare 1988 quarter worth? If you happen to own a high-grade, uncirculated version, a rare mint error, or a special variety, you could be looking at a jaw-dropping value of $63,000. Yes, you heard that right. $63,000 for a single 1988 quarter dollar. So, if you've got some old quarters lying around, now might be the perfect time to check your collection. You could be holding on to a small fortune without even realizing it. We have something truly exciting to talk about: the 1991 United States quarter dollar. You may have seen this coin many times in your pocket change, but did you know that some rare versions of this quarter have been sold for thousands of dollars? That's right. Some lucky collectors have found a 1991 quarter worth an incredible amount of money. Stick around until the end because we're going to reveal just how much one of these rare coins has sold for. Let's start by taking a closer look at the history and design of this hidden gem in American currency. The Washington quarter has been a key part of U.S. coinage since 1932, originally introduced to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the years, this iconic design has remained mostly the same, with a few changes to the materials and minting process. On the obverse, front, side, you'll find the famous portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Above his head, the word Liberty is boldly inscribed. To the left, you'll see, In God We Trust, and at the bottom, the year 1991 is clearly marked. Now, flipping the coin to the reverse, back, side, we see the majestic bald eagle, its wings fully spread, perched on a bundle of arrows. Beneath the eagle, an olive branch symbolizes peace. The words, United States of America, are inscribed at the top, along with the phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. At the bottom, you'll find its denomination, $quarter. The 1991 quarter was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, P mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, San Francisco, S mint mark. Proof coins only. Most of these quarters were made from a copper-nickel blend, but some proof versions were struck in special finishes, making them highly collectible. So, what makes a 1991 quarter valuable? Mint errors. Error coins are some of the most valuable finds. A few rare error types include double die obverse, DDO. If the coin's design was stamped twice by mistake, you'll see doubling in the lettering or features on Washington's face. These are very collectible, off-center strikes. Some quarters were struck improperly, causing part of the design to be misaligned. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin. Missing clad layer. Some 1991 quarters were minted without their outer nickel layer, exposing the copper core underneath. These unique errors can sell for a lot of money. High-grade coins. The condition of a quarter significantly affects its value. If you find a mint state, MS, quarter, one that has never been used and remains in pristine condition, it could be graded MS 65 or higher. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Proof coins. The San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, produced special proof quarters with mirror-like surfaces and sharper details. While these were not meant for circulation, collectors are always on the lookout for them. Now, let's get to the big reveal. How much is a rare 1991 quarter dollar worth? If you happen to own a high-grade, uncirculated version, a rare mint error, or a special variety, you could be looking at a jaw-dropping value of $43,000. Yes, you heard that right. $43,000 for a single 1991 quarter dollar. So, before you spend that loose change, take a moment to check your quarters. You never know, you might be holding onto a small fortune. Diving into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins, specifically the 1994 United States quarter dollar. You might think of quarters as just another everyday coin, but some special 1994 quarters have sold for an incredible amount of money. If you've ever found a 1994 quarter in your pocket change, you might want to take a closer look, because it could be worth far more than just 25 cents. Stick around until the end, because we'll reveal just how much the rarest versions of this quarter have sold for. Let's start by understanding the design and history of the 1994 quarter dollar. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, originally designed to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design, created by John Flanagan, has remained largely unchanged over the years, making it one of the most recognizable coins in American history. On the obverse, front, side, you'll see a striking portrait of George Washington, facing left. Above his head, the word Liberty is inscribed, while to the left, you'll find, In God We Trust. The year 1994 is marked at the bottom, indicating its minting year. Turning to the reverse, back, side, we see the majestic bald eagle, with its wings fully spread, perched on a bundle of arrows. Beneath the eagle, an olive branch represents peace, while the top of the coin features the inscription United States of America, along with the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one. The bottom of the coin prominently displays its denomination, quarter dollar. Now, let's talk about where these quarters were minted. The 1994 quarter was produced at 3 U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, P mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, San Francisco, S mint mark. Proof coins only. Most quarters from 1994 were made from a copper-nickel blend, but some proof coins were struck in higher quality finishes, making them especially valuable. So, what makes a 1994 quarter dollar valuable? Rare mint errors. Some of the most valuable 1994 quarters are those with unique minting mistakes. These include double die errors. If the coin's design was accidentally stamped twice, it can create a doubling effect on the lettering or features of Washington's face. These are extremely rare and collectible. Off-center strikes. If a quarter was not properly aligned during minting, part of the design may appear off-center. The more misaligned the strike, the more valuable the coin. Missing clad layer. Some 1994 quarters were struck without their outer nickel layer, exposing the copper core beneath. This error makes them highly sought after by collectors. High-grade coins. The condition of a coin plays a huge role in its value. If you find a mint state, MS, quarter, meaning it has never been used and remains in perfect condition, it could be graded MS 65 or higher. The higher the grade, the higher the price. Proof coins. The San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, produced special proof quarters with sharp details and mirror-like surfaces. While these coins weren't meant for circulation, collectors are willing to pay a high price for them. Now, let's answer the big question: How much is a rare 1994 quarter dollar worth? If you're lucky enough to own a high-grade, uncirculated version, an error coin, or a rare proof variety, you could be looking at a staggering value of $33,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $33,000 for a single 1994 quarter dollar. So, before you spend that loose change, take a closer look. You might just have a small fortune sitting in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more valuable coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting.